So Jesus knew that there would be a time that Peter's faith would be tested. And that's the reason why he said, Peter, I need you to know that I have already prayed, but I am praying that your faith won't fail you. I'm sure Peter didn't understand the implications. He didn't understand everything that Jesus was saying. Why? Because Peter was feeling strong. He was feeling like, I got this. You know, sometimes, I got this. I can handle this. You don't have to worry about me. But sometimes you might think that you have it until you get in it and you realize it's not what I thought it was. So Jesus was just serving notice on Peter. Peter, you might think that you will go with me to death. You might think that you don't mind spending time with me in jail. You might think that you're strong. But let me tell you something, boy. When it's all over, before the rooster crow 3 times, before the rooster crow, you will have denied me at least 3 times. And even as Jesus was telling Peter this, Peter himself was saying, oh, no, Lord, that's not so. I'm going with you all the way through the end. But Jesus knew what was on the horizon. Jesus knew that once Peter got between a rock and a hard place, once it became between saving him or saving his own skin, that he was going to run like a chicken. He was going to run scared where he was under fire. But Jesus said, that's all right, Peter, I'm going to let you know what's going to happen. But it's just not that it's about you, but Satan desires to have you. Satan wants to sift you as wheat. So I'm looking all the way into the future, and I'm praying that when that time comes, that the faith that you have will not fail you. It goes on to say, and when you, Peter, art converted. Now that word converted conveys a lot of meaning. It means when you repent. It means when you turn back. It means when you change. In other words, Peter, when you have been through the process that you are about to go through, and when you realize that what you thought you had, you don't have. You see, what I'm hearing is that it is the process sometimes that causes us to really see what's in us and where we are lacking. And when we realize that we are lacking, then we can do something about it. Yes. It's one thing to be in the process and see that you are failing miserably. And as a result of failing miserably, you just get down there and stay in it and waddle in it and go, woe is me. Don't nobody know. Nobody knows the trouble. It is one thing to just stay there and to feel sorry for yourself and to want somebody else to feel sorry for you. But it's another thing, Peter, to remember that you serve a God that was resurrected from the dead. You serve a God with all power. You serve the God that opened blinded eyes. You serve the God that raised up the dead. You serve the Lord that could cause the deaf to hear and the deaf to speak. You serve a God with all power. Peter, do you remember that? But in the event that it does, when you come to yourself, when you are converted, and when you come back to where you were before, when you come back to Peter, when you come back to Petros, when you come back to the rock that I said, upon this rock I will build my church, and I will give you the keys of the kingdom. When you come back to that Peter and stop being Simon, then you will go where the others are and say, we can't go back fishing, being fishers of fish, but God has called us to be fishers of men because of the process that I have walked through. I can't stay where I am, but I got to go and pull somebody else out I got to go. And I got to pull you out. I got to pull you out. And I got to pull you out. I got to pull you out. I can't stay in the process. Why? Because God has pulled me out. I got to tell you, you can make it. I can tell you trouble don't last always. I can tell you to be strong in the Lord. And I know because I understand. Because I was there once. I told Jesus that I would never deny him. I told Jesus that I would go with him to the end. I told Jesus that he could depend on me. I told Jesus, you don't have to worry about it, I'll fight for you. But when it got tough, I was running scared. I was running scared. But after I had a little time to think, after I had a little time to begin to just think about the times that I walked with Jesus, the times that we slept and we ate together, the miracles that he did. I thought about the time when I got out of the boat, when Jesus called me. When I said, if it be you, Lord, tell me to come. And I got out and I began to walk. I thought about the times that fear caused me to sink. But you grabbed my hand and you pulled me up. I thought about all of those times. I thought about the times when you turned stones. When you turned bread and caused it to be multiplied to feed a multitude. I thought about all of those times at the grave of Lazarus when you said, Lazarus, come forth. I thought about all of those times when the woman with the issue of blood that was crawling through a crowd, though she was weak and though she was strong, and you touched the hem of your garment and you said, who touched me? Because I felt power, a virtue had come out of my body. So probably said, what am I doing here? What's going on with me? I need to get up and I got to be about my Father's business. I got to be what he called me to be. And in that process, Peter himself, he came from being that soft lump of clay, that flesh that God had made him into being Peter Petros, the stone, into being the rock, into being that rock, that solid foundation, into being that rock, that he could go back and get somebody and said, come on, I need you to stand with me. Because I've been through my process and I'm converted and I'm changed and I'm here to tell you that you can make it too. You can make it too. My God. And I'm sure that same prayer that he prayed for Peter is big enough and broad enough to cover you wherever you are. When your faith gets weak, remember that Jesus prayed that it won't fail you. His faith was weak, but it didn't fail him. My God. If it had failed him, he would have never gotten back up. He would have never decided to go forward. But when he came to himself, he probably, God, what am I doing? Where am I? Thank you, ladies. What is this all about? Now, I'm sure he felt miserable to a certain extent. And the same devil now is the same devil then. That's right. And he began to tell him, Peter, you messed up. You said such and such. Whew. I know I'm talking to somebody because some of us have made covenants and promises with God. God, if you such and such, I'll do such and such. Such and such, God, I'll do such and such. But when the pressure is up off you, you find yourself drifting away from the promise. that you made to God. But I thank God that He is faithful, and He will look beyond those faults and see the needs in spite of us, in spite of who we are. When thou art converted, it simply just means to change from one state to another. And so Peter was converted from fearful Peter to a fearless Peter. He was converted from a lying and denying Peter to a truth and acceptance Peter. He was converted from a running Peter to a standing Peter. He was converted from a following the leader Peter to being the leader Peter. He was converted from soft clay, as I said before, to a solid rock. Petros. Even though when Jesus found him, and his name was Simon, he said, I am now going to reorder purpose in your life. I'm changing your name, because a name is a powerful thing. And I'm not going to go into sometimes some of the names we call ourselves and some of the names we name. But we just got to be careful when we go calling each other boo-boo and all that stuff. Because there's power in the words that we say.